You see something yellow and sneaky in there? That is Öhlins suspension. It's a beast. This is really important. I went with different gearing. For my power 462 Big Bore kit, stage 2 cam, lightweight valves, open air filter, Delcovic straight pipe PowerRage exhaust, FuelX Pro, air fuel mixture, power commander, ECU, higher performing clutch and clutch springs. Welcome to MCC Just Motos. Hey, good afternoon guys. Andy from MCC Just Motos. I just got back from a 150-mile off-road adventure at Gearhead Junction on Max by Himalayan. I had a lot of work done. I want to show you the latest and greatest and what I'm doing and what I'm going to continue to do and just all the different modifications that a lot of people are asking about. So let's get right into it. I want to show you around and give you all the updates. Let's see. There is Max, my 2019 Royal Enfield Himalayan. But really what I'm doing is making this a dual character motorcycle. Well, I'll just start from the top to the bottom. So, from the beginning, I just had 2.5-inch risers put on. I did have 1-inch risers, but you can see there's an angle back. So they're 1 inch up and 1 inch this way. What that does, it makes it better for when you stand on the motorcycle. It's a lot closer reach to the rider. It's just more comfortable when you're sitting upright and standing. And that goes along with my Seat Concepts tall seat that I have there. So because I have the tall seat, it moves me back farther away from the handlebars. Hence, I needed a way to get the handlebars closer to the rider. And you can see just the up 1 inch, over 1 inch. Because of that too, it necessitated different clutch cable and brake cable. So I had to get 1 inch or 2 inch longer clutch or brake cable. I also have a genuine Royal Enfield handlebar, which has been amazing. This thing, I've not been gentle on this, and it really is an amazing handlebar. So it's really cool. You can adjust it right there, and it works really well. You can see I have my, I can't even pronounce the hand guards. I don't know, but you guys all know them, and they've been fantastic as well too. I have double take bar end mirrors, or not, sorry, double take mirrors. They are great for off-road adventure. Usually what I do is I will angle one up when I stand up, and I angle one for if I'm sitting down, so that way I don't have to look back and forth. So that is on top there. I have an SP Connect handlebar mount for my phone, GPS, and a whole bunch of power that's coming out here. This is high kilowatt or amperage, 2.4 amp, and I think that's a 1 amp right there. But I have a USB-A, and it just routes to my phone. You can see I have the long haul, about 9.9 gallons. Givey crash bars, Seat Concepts tall seat. And then a big modification that I really recommend is take those foot pegs out. Gives you a half inch extra legroom and better standing position. For my power, what I've done is I have a Big Bore kit and cam, stage 2 cam, Big Bore kit from Hitchcocks. It's a 462 Big Bore kit. I also have lightweight valves, open air element air filter. I have a Delcovic straight pipe into a PowerRage exhaust. I have a higher performing clutch and clutch springs and an open air element plate. I have a power commander, ECU piggyback, and then a FuelX Pro air fuel. This is the air fuel mixture, and the power commander does the timing. So 2 different computers. Altogether, I've had this bike on the dyno. When I had it on the dyno, it had a scorched piston. It made 30 crank horsepower, or 25 at the wheel. Now it makes significantly more horsepower. I haven't had it at the dyno since, but I'm guessing about 40 crank and about maybe 30 wheel. Now, I also, in this off-road performance, to get better performance, I have a D&D chain, but I went with different gearing. This is really important. So the different gearing is it comes stock with a 15-tooth front sprocket and a 38-tooth rear. I went with a 14-inch front sprocket and a 42 tooth rear sprocket that makes it accelerate a lot quicker, but it also means that it's a lower top speed, but it is better for off-road. It's a beast. Now you see something yellow and sneaky in there. That is Öhlins suspension with a remote preload. This thing was pretty expensive, but it has been fantastic. I can say what the difference is when you're riding this. It keeps the rear end planted and it's a lot more comfy. I haven't even adjusted it for me yet, but that was just me trying it out, and that was pretty awesome. So it makes it so you can go a lot faster and stay planted in the rear. In the front, I do want to get, they do make a Öhlins front suspension. I don't have that in yet, but I did do 30 weight oil in the front. For my tires, and this is really important, this is what I wanted to talk to folks about, is I'm a firm believer that when you are riding off-road, you want to have knobby tires. You don't want to have 50-50. You don't want to have 80-20s. They just don't work good in sand and mud. You cannot do any kind of good off-road riding without knobbies, period. But at the same time, if you're riding on-road, you want a good on-road tire. And these are maybe 90-20s, 90-10s, 80-20s. And I'll talk to you about them. So what I'm doing is I'm making it so I can do a quick swap of the wheels and tires. I bought an extra set of wheels and tires. And I'm also going to change the gearing for on-road gearing. So again, for on-road gearing, I'm going a one-tooth extra sprocket 16, and that's my stock rear of 38. That should make a lower accelerating but higher top speed. And but it also makes a lower RPM for the speed you're going. It drops at about 800 RPM for a higher top speed. The tires I have are Tusk D Sports, 90-90-21 in the front. And in the rear, I think they're 130-90-17. They don't make a 120-90-17 Tusk D Sport, but they do fit on the stock tire and they work really good. These are my Kenda. Yeah, these are Kenda K64s, I believe is what they are. And there's my new disc brakes. New cushions that go in the wheels, and then some bolts, and that's a stock shock. All right, guys, what questions do you have? What do you want to know? I'm going to do another video about installing these tires and what it takes. I'll get the full video on this, torque specs, everything. Guys, please like and subscribe. What do you think of Max, my Himalayan? Anyone else have a modified Himalayan, either for on-road, off-road? And what do you think? All right, we'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Please, please like and subscribe.